Welcome back again, guys, for another episode of the Tyff Talk Show. I am your host, Tiffany O, and I thank you all so much for continuing to support me on the HoustonPublicAccessTV.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. But don't forget, you can also check us out on YouTube. So today I have a very historical guest today. When I mean by historical, somebody that I share deep history with, and that is my bro, Mike G, is in the building. This is 30 plus years of friendship right here, but we don't really call it friendship. And today's episode is about love versus loyalty. So before we get into that, I want Mike, tell us a little bit about like who is Mike Shalon? How would people describe you if they had to, just give a description of who Mike is?
Laid back, cool, funny. I always want to laugh. I play all day, just laid back. I'm just me.
So you are laid back guy. What can be the difference between you now and maybe you 15 years ago? No, 15 years ago.
I don't know. I guess I'm more responsible. I'm grown into my manhood, kids and everything. Just been through a lot, life experiences that's made me a lot wiser.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, making you a lot wiser when we talk about love versus loyalty. I'm just going to jump right in this because I feel like we put a lot of weight and emphasis on the love side of things when it comes to being loyal. And me personally, my opinion is that people can be in love and still have some growing up to do on the loyalty side of things.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Very much agree. You can be in love and not be loyal. Absolutely.
You have any examples of, like, you personally, how you saw that differently at one point, but now the more mature, Mike said.
Oh, absolutely. When I was younger, you could actually love a person, I love her, I want to be with her, I don't want to be with nobody else. But at the end of the day, after I tuck her in at night, I'm gone to the next one. But the next one is no love or loyalty with them. It's just what that is, you know what I mean? So that's absolutely a fact. And it's a lot of relationships out there like that right now because they feel like they get it twisted and confused and think that the loyalty falls under the love umbrella when really they two totally separate things. Two totally separate things.
And so would you say that your loyalty came with time?
For me personally, it came with time. It came with time, and it came with me deciding what I wanted to do in a relationship.
Okay.
And what my ideal relationship was.
Okay.
And
so what became your idea of a relationship?
Over time, of course, my ideal relationship for me, one of the main things is transparency.
Okay.
No secrets, everything is transparent, everything is laid out on the table, just being straight up with one another and putting it all out there.
I don't hear guys saying that a lot, so I think that's cool that you're one of the guys saying that transparency is important for you. Most of the time you'll hear females saying, I want us to be honest with each other at all times. And then most of the time the guy's saying, yeah, for sure. But that's really never the intentions. But to say that you've grown into this person where that's like one of your key things is for us to be honest. I mean, that says a lot about just growth going into a relationship.
Right.
And what else?
Because you have to be, because I'm the type of person, you can't, I don't like the games, and I don't like,
right.
and that's something I work hard to get to that point. So
right.
I'm not trying to go backwards. I'm
right.
trying to go forward.
Right. All right, so let me ask you this real quick, right? I know that some females feel like they have the control or the power to, I guess, influence a man's loyalty or whatever. And I just personally believe that, you could be the best of the best, and that does not necessarily mean anything in terms of his loyalty, because the decision has to be on him. What you think?
That doesn't guarantee you to receive the loyalty. That doesn't. You could do the grapefruit. You can do you can do it all over the house, in the car. You can do all that, and guess what? He still would tuck you in at night and go see boo boo. So all that's fine and dandy, but that doesn't guarantee that don't buy you a ticket to loyalty.
Right, there you go. That doesn't buy you a ticket. And would you tell females to because I think nowadays you have females who are trying to show their wifey abilities, as if that too will buy them a ticket. But I think the exposing of that too soon can, almost forfeit you the game if you show those things too soon. Because if you're dealing with somebody that's not ready to appreciate that, then...
But this is the thing. For me, I wouldn't say put your skills on hold. Go into the situation. If you know what you want, if you gun ho about what you want, go in there and show them, make your presentation. And then if he doesn't gravitate to that, or if he doesn't take it seriously, then move around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But don't withhold, because now when you withhold, we playing games now.
Yeah.
You trying to play chess. You trying to play chess move and be strategic. Like,
I'm not speaking bedroom wise, because I'll tell anybody, But should she be so available? And I don't want to say just on the female end, but I'm just saying, should the person be so available all the time, or should they show some restraint in some areas because you don't know if that person has the same intentions as you?
I don't think so, because for me, that's what will make me gravitate towards you.
Okay.
So if you holding back, the things that you holding back could be the things that could make me say you're not the one.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So don't hold back. Don't hold back.
Should she gauge to see if you worthy of her not holding back?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. But then if you see that, then fall out of line. You know what I mean? Like, don't keep going. That's one of people's biggest problems. People want to keep going with a person thinking, oh, he can change.
Right.
I might change.
Don't say people, it's females. We do think we have the power to change.
If I give him a little more time and show him this, he'll come around.
That's right. And that's a lie.
Around.
That's right.
They're not coming around.
Yeah.
So,
they're not coming around only because they really don't have to come around.
Exactly.
If I know you're going to sit around, if you're going to wait for it and threaten me, and then wait some more, and then threaten again and wait, they really have no reason to come around. And I've shared with some of my good girlfriends that after a while, it just sounds like blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of harsh or whatever. But to him, it's just, here we go with this again. Because you're going to give the spiel, and it becomes rhetorical. You're going to give the same spiel, shed a few tears. You do this again, I'm leaving. And that's like 5 times ago that you stated that. Now, this is in no way to say a guy messed up one time, boom, he ought to be out of there, or she messed up one time, boom, she ought to be out of there. But there does need to be some standards put in place, whereas, okay, that was your first time, and it has to be the only time. Otherwise, this is not what could happen, but this is what will happen.
It's habit forming.
Yeah. It's exactly habit forming, and we have a habit too. Try not to say we, with the women thing, because I'm not gonna, discredit the guys and say that they don't have this habit either. But we do have we end up developing a habit of forgiveness as well, and not the good side of it, but just forgiving the bad behaviors, and then hoping, like he say, that okay, because I'm staying down, he's gonna one day value me staying down and change. But technically, it's really not inspiring him to change, right? All right, so listen, y'all stay right there. We'll be right back.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, girl, what's wrong?
I'm so stressed out. We just were declined on our mortgage loan. They said our credit score is too low. It's a 615. They say we need a 620 or higher. I just don't know what to do anymore.
What? Girl, you need to call Tiana Ochoa Mortgages at 713-772-5363. They'll get it done. Our credit score was a 580 and they got us approved and closed.
Are you serious? What's their number again?
It's 713-772-5363. They've been in business for over 10 years and have strong relationships with different lenders, access to various programs, and more importantly, they work with common sense underwriters that can overcome obstacles. Call them right now, 713-772-5363. You can even visit them online and fill out an application at your convenience at TIANAOCHOAmortgages.com. Do not get discouraged. You just need the right team working with you.
This is Tiana Ochoa. We want to help you turn your dream of homeownership into a reality. Let our experienced bilingual staff help you today. Whether you're buying your first house, second, or an investment property, give us a call today, 713-772-5363.
NMLS number 844491.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm laughing because this guy has absolutely no sense. So I'm getting your business real quick.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So
let's do it.
So you were married once, right?
Correct.
How long were you married?
I was married 13 years.
13 years.
Right.
That's a
Psych.
If I throw this in your face, don't say nothing. But 13 years, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
So do you feel like you had to, or did you grow up at the end of your marriage or after the marriage?
I grew up during the marriage, period.
Okay.
So when I went into it, I didn't have a clue what loyalty was.
Okay.
Because I'd never been loyal to nobody before, so
Okay.
I didn't have a clue of what that was.
So you didn't even understand the expectations of marriage?
Not at all. And I didn't really know. I thought I had been in love before, but I didn't know,
Right.
So I really learned a lot and got locked in after post-marriage.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, but was there something that sparked that within you? Like, was it just mentally, emotionally tired of trying to figure people out? Did you kind of know at some point, this is what I want now for me? Like,
that was more than anything. I feel like, I just was at a point in my life where I knew what I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, when I went into the marriage, and no fault to her, but I didn't know what I wanted.
Right.
I didn't even really know what I liked, what made me tick,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But throughout the course of that, I got to learn that. So after that, I was at the point in my life where I was like, man, I'm gonna try this monogamous thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But saying that you were gonna try it out, what made you say that? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I just.
Were you tired of having conversations with so many people? Did you want something?
I just wanted something different. Yeah, right. I want to see what they feel like to be with one person and to really be with one person. Like, there's a lot of people that, I got a girlfriend, or I got a husband, but yeah, okay, you got a girlfriend and you got a husband, but what you doing on the side
of that? Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
I just wanted to experience that because I know people who do live that way, and they just from the people I know, not speaking on everybody, but people I know, like a lot of them seem they so happy, and so I want to experience that and say, well, look, let me try this side and see that might be the emptiness in me that I'm missing.
Right. Do you feel like it's a peace of mind having someone, because you're in a relationship now, right?
Right. It's absolutely a peace of mind. It's a peace of mind of you don't have to worry about, when you get in the shower, you ain't gotta try to hide your phone.
Right. I know that's right.
When you're out with her, can't nobody
Come
approach
to
you
you,
and
right,
say nothing.
right.
Just it's a peace
That's
of
a
mind.
peace of mind.
It's a peace of mind on so many different levels.
So many levels.
Like,
I agree with that.
You
You can go from the south side to the north side, the east side to the west side, and everybody can identify with you with being with one individual. Right, right.
It's a peace of mind. And even with like just chatter and talking on the streets, like with family and friends and, people, because I done been out doing what I do in previous situations and seeing people that I didn't need to be seeing while I was doing what I was doing.
Right,
you know what I mean? And then you got that anxiety on you, like, oh man.
I know this gonna get back home before I get back home.
So like just I mean all aspects of it. And it's actually like for me it's working and it's a good feeling.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I wonder how many people out there that are still wondering what that feels like, because there is a sense of, and I know I'm a female, but I do feel like there is a sense of security knowing that when I talk about a person, that everybody know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
If I'm saying, me and Bae, this, that, and the other, it's not like, oh, I wonder which one she's talking about. Which one she's talking about. Everybody knows who I'm talking about, and same thing with you. Is there any, like, what would you give, is there any advice that you are excited to give your sons, about, because they're going to have to go through the process. That's just, bottom line, rather than trying to say, look, you're going to go off to school, you're going to meet one girl, and if she's a nice girl, you set up, like, do you tell them to find out who they are?
They have to find out who they are on their own. So, what works for me might not work for the next person.
Right.
So I'm in no way, shape, or form knocking anyone who lives the life of the player lifestyle, like, because if that's what works for you, hey, whatever floats your boat that makes you happy, So as far as that, like with my son, I just want to instill them more or less to just do what makes you happy. Right. So if having abundance of women makes you happy, then hey, as long as you do it safely, then I have no problem.
Do you talk to them about, the consequences of having, those, but like, did you and your dad ever have a conversation about?
Nah, we didn't, but it's no concept. For me personally, as long as you're not doing it while you married, it's no consequence.
Because you're single.
Because you're single. You know what I mean? Or you're in a relationship, but it's no real true consequence. You know what I mean? Like.
But what about at the expense of someone's feelings?
Well, like
I said, they're gonna go through that.
I said, they have to grow into their own person. So that goes as far as just life lessons that I teach them. Right. Period. Like I can talk to them blue in the face, and I can give them my opinion and my past experiences. But until they go and experience that, then I mean.
That's true.
These kids these days, they're not they think they call me old. I'm old and I don't know.
You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing.
Same stuff like we growing up with our parents. So
right.
They gotta. All I can do at the end of the day is be there for them. So
right.
And try to guide them along the way. You know what I mean? But so
the being loyal feels good to you. It feels good to you now.
Oh yeah, it's a great feeling.
It's like now that you in a different space, and I know this is a no judgment zone. Like we don't judge people who still doing their thing or whatever. But have you shared with your partners like this feeling, because the ones that know you know that this is a different space for you.
I had, matter of fact, it's crazy that you say that, because I had one of my cousins that I go to the gym with sometime, and we was having this kind of talk the other day, and he shook his head, he say, I ain't gonna lie, man, you used to have a problem. He was like, man, you had a problem. He was like, man, you was terrible, you had a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't even really have to so much speak on it because
Your
they
actions,
see my
yeah.
actions and they know, like, and
Uh-huh.
they see how I move to know, like, oh
Right.
yeah, you done changed, you
Right.
know, you different, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so it's not even, and then I don't try to push or force that on nobody.
Right,
because,
yeah.
you know, I'm far from, I ain't got it all together as far as the relationship stuff, so I don't try to feed, force it nobody. Like, if somebody asks my opinion or what I think, then I'll be glad to speak on that. But as far as me I'm not going to be the preacher in the middle of the street out there standing up trying to tell you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Just because I started eating vegan, everybody who got some in their mouth, I'll be like, oh, you eat that? Exactly. Letting people go through their own process.
Right.
But I think the best thing that any of us could be is true to ourselves by, not being afraid to talk about the examples that we've had over the course of our lives in our relationships. I think it's also one of the best things we can do too is being open about, you being happy and monogamous or whatever the case may be, because it's too often it's affiliated with shackles.
And let me say this before we go. You could be happy. You could be happy hoe.
Yeah.
But since we're on this subject, always be loyal to yourself.
Yeah.
And that might go over some of y'all head. We be so focused and worried about our better half being loyal to us, but never not be loyal to yourself. Always be loyal to yourself first.
Yeah. I think that's really key, and that'll alleviate a whole lot of your own headaches when you can be honest with you first. Because the truth of the matter is, you really can't be honest with nobody else if you ain't honest with yourself. So that hopefully y'all will catch that. But I've enjoyed this time that we've been on the show. Can you toast for real and stop being a jackass?
Yeah, we're going to toast for real this time.
Cow. All right, well, I'll catch you guys on next Tuesday on the Tyff Talk Show. But I don't know, this will probably air after our Heart to Heart event that's coming up on February 16th.
We should show it at the Heart to Heart.
Well, I think I'm going to have you come back as another guest to talk about the different topics that we're going to be showing at Heart to Heart. But those of you who missed the event, sorry, and I say missed because this may air after that, sorry for you, but we'll hopefully be doing it again. Until next time, we'll see you on Tuesday. Y'all didn't think we were going to leave you without giving you the Tyff Talk tip for today, did you? Of course not. But it's not going to come from me. Mike G, what you got for the people?
People, ladies especially, do not get love confused with loyalty. Two totally different things. You watch the show, you know what they are. So just remember that when you go into a situation or when you question your motives in the situation or the person's motives that you're involved in.
Love don't guarantee loyalty.
At all.
Thank you for joining us. See you next time.